This game has produced some of the nastiest, most terrifying fights you'll ever see. Bench-clearing melees, players swinging bats like clubs, managers dragged into brawls, and entire crowds storming the diamond. Some fights were just sparks, others burned the whole house down. Today, MLB fights that went too far, the ones that left scars, changed rules, and rewrote the history books. Strap in. We start with one of baseball's darkest images, Candlestick Park, August 1965. A pennant race, tensions already boiling. Words are exchanged between the Giants and Dodgers, then everything explodes. Juan Marichal, a top-tier pitcher, raised his bat and struck Dodgers catcher John Roseboro in the head. The collision wasn't a punch or shove, it was a wood-on skull swing. Roseboro needed stitches. Players and fans poured onto the field. Marichal was suspended and fined, and the image of a player swinging a bat at another human being haunted the sport for decades. This wasn't heat-of-the-moment shoving, it was a weaponized attack, and it changed how baseball viewed on-field violence. Fast forward to 1993 at Arlington. A hothead charges the mound after being hit. What happens next is the stuff of legend. Robin Ventura sprints toward Nolan Ryan, ready to fight a living legend. And instead, Ryan grabs Ventura and puts him in a full headlock, then unloads a handful of blows. It's picture-perfect chaos. A 46-year-old Ryan, one of the fiercest pitchers ever, calmly body slams the rookie and pummels him until teammates pulled him apart. The image of Ryan in control, older, imposing, utterly dominant, became an instant emblem of baseball violence. This wasn't a chaotic brawl, it was a one-man statement. Don't mess with the king. July 24, 2004. Yankees and Red Sox, the rivalry that is never less than combustible. The benches had been warming all night, and a hit by pitch sparks a furious reaction. Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez charges the mound after being hit, and Jason Varitek, Red Sox captain, drops a haymaker that floors A-Rod. The bench is clear, punches fly, cameras catch the emotion, players screaming, fists swinging, the crowd at Fenway on its feet. This was not just two guys venting, it was rivalry turned violent on national television. It led to suspensions, fines, and yet another chapter in the blood feud between New York and Boston. October baseball should be glorious. It should be tidy. It shouldn't look like a bar fight. In the 1973 NLCS, Pete Rose, hustling as always, slid hard into second base to break up a double play. Mets infielder Bud Harrelson took offense. The two men wrestled, then the benches emptied, and the fight turned into a 10-minute Donnybrook, complete with punches, grappling, and a crowd roaring in disbelief. Postseason intensity made every hard slide feel like a personal attack, and this fight proved that playoffs ratchet everything up. So, August 12, 1984. This one's macabre even by baseball standards. Multiple beatings, escalating retribution, and a game that broke apart into violence across innings. The result? Several brawls in one night, more than a dozen ejections, arrests, and a field that looked like a battlefield. The Bean Brawl forced the league and teams to rethink how tensions are handled mid-game and to ask whether allowing hate and retaliation to simmer would always end in ugliness. Not every violent image is a punch. Some are weird, brutal, and unforgettable. In 1999, Dodgers pitcher Chan-Ho Park took exception to a hard tag or slide. Somehow, Park jumped and drop-kicked opposing pitcher Tim Belcher, a moment so surreal it was replayed for years. The benches cleared, punches were thrown, but the highlight was a player performing a literal martial arts move on a baseball diamond. Funny? Maybe. Dangerous? Absolutely. And it left everyone asking, what else will players try when the rule book fails to settle things? Now, May 19th, 1998, Tino Martinez launched a big homer, and Armando Benitez of the Orioles, furious with himself, retaliated later and plunked Martinez with a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. What followed was chaos. Bullpen men charging, teammates taking swings, punches thrown into the dirt, and a sickening reminder that when pitchers weaponize the ball, everything gets uglier. This sort of intentional retaliation leads to long suspensions and fractured clubhouse trust. It's one thing to fight after the fact. It's another to put a 99-mile-per-hour object deliberately into a human body. There are hits that cause instant rage, and this was one. After A.J. Pierzynski barreled over the plate and did a run-through, Cubs catcher Michael Barrett racked Pierzynski across the jaw with a haymaker, sending him reeling. The benches emptied, players scuffled for minutes, and the fight revealed something brutal. A single contact play at the plate can turn someone into an avenging fist. Barrett didn't just shove, he punched, and the images of that blow ran everywhere. It was ugly, it was raw, and it cost players and managers dearly. So what's the takeaway? Baseball's beauty and brutality are two sides of the same coin. When sportsmanship fails, we see the worst of the human instinct, to retaliate first and think later. These fights pushed baseball to change rules, rethink promotions, and clamp down on retaliatory violence. That's progress, but the footage still exists. The scars remain.